next principle is the mirror. The mirror is your friend. The mirror is so important when it comes to working out. Not for narcissism, but so that you can check your form. You've got to be able to look at your form and say, how am I doing? I need to make a micro adjustment here. And let me tell you something, when it comes to isolating muscles, it's all about incremental small adjustments. If I am curling from here, I'm not doing shit. If I move my bicep forward 2 inches and I come here, I'm hitting the bicep a lot more. If I kick it out here and curl from right there, now I've completely isolated the muscle. If I am curling like this, I'm hitting my forearm. If I'm curling like this, I'm hitting my bicep. This is complete forearm. This is complete bicep. This is a spectrum. It all has to do with just inches. And those inches make all the difference in the world, because if I'm going in there to get a pump on my bicep, but yet I'm working my forearm, what am I accomplishing? Nothing, because I'm not getting the pump. The pump, if you haven't seen it, it's such a good movie. Pumping Iron, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno. Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about how the pump is the brass ring of lifting weights, of training, because the pump is such an incredible experience that he likens it to the sexual orgasm. And he's like, what better life is there than the way I live? I'm coming all the time because I'm lifting all the time. And so when we go in the gym, we're seeking the pump. And I'm not seeking the pump for my entire body. I am, for 10 minutes, I'm seeking the pump on my biceps. Then maybe I will be seeking the pump on my forearms. Then I'm going to move everything, the entire workout, to my triceps. And I am going to seek the pump and the burn for the triceps, the pump and the burn for the deltoids, the pump and the burn for the traps, the pump and the burn for the thighs. It's very isolated, very, very systematic, very, very narrow focus that we have to have. Now, back to the mirror. The mirror is not only your friend when it comes to correct form, the mirror is your friend when it comes to analyzing your progress. We have got to be honest with ourselves about where we are and where we're going. Now, I'm not LeBron James. I'm not 6'9", whatever he is. I'm never going to play in the NBA. I have to be very honest about my body. But at the same time, I'm going to celebrate every footstep. I'm going to celebrate my progress, right? And so the mirror allows us to do that. Selfies allow us to do that. I can tell you one thing right now. If you're not your biggest cheerleader, then you're screwed. You've got to love yourself. You've got to love your journey. You got to love where you're going. You've got to document it. You should be getting in the mirror in your bathroom naked, looking at yourself from all angles, taking pictures, saying, this is where I am and this is where I'm going. There is no shame in that. Enjoy your body. You only have it for a very short time. It's not really even you. That's my belief. So enjoy it. It's just like a car. Fucking enjoy it, take care of it, and celebrate it, and celebrate every step. And finally, the mind-muscle connection is strengthened not only through working out, it's also strengthened through flexing the muscles. Now, think about how, when you play guitar, and I'm showing someone to play guitar, and they're struggling to make a chord, sometimes they're struggling even after they know the correct pattern or form of that chord, like an E chord or an A chord, whatever it is. The issue isn't not knowing what they're doing. The issue is building the mind-muscle connection. And that is done through repeatedly flexing into and out of a particular chord shape. It's no different than the muscle, than the bicep or the tricep. If I'm flexing my tricep, at first let's say I have 1,000,000 fibers, muscle fibers in my triceps. When you first start flexing that tricep, you're not going to be able to flex all of those muscle fibers. But over time, with lifting, but not only lifting, with flexing, you're going to build that mind muscle connection. And that is critical. That is critical for getting a better pump, for getting a better burn, and for even building definition within the muscle. So again, this isn't about narcissism. This is about building that connection and starting to get to the point where when you really do curls. That's how come people can get so vascular over the years. People are always like, how are you so vascular? How are you so vascular? Well, I fucking work out all the time, and I have built that mind muscle connection through all of my body, through in the mirror, through flexing, through whatever it is. And I'm not talking about, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm talking about just watching as you're shifting through the different angles of a flex. So if I'm flexing my tricep, it's a different flex as I shift the arm.